Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hello. Hello. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Nice to be here on the Tuesday. Don't often get here on Tuesday.
As you can see, John has lost his accent finally. Yeah.
No, John's just about to arrive, but
Finally, he's getting off. Oh wait, no, he said getting on.
I'm here because I've no Models for Heroes session today because it is the 5th Tuesday of the month. Therefore, we have no Models for Heroes today. So I'm here. So
well, we like having you with us. So.
And as the chaps and doing a vehicle of I'm doing a slightly more modern vehicle. I'm doing a McLaren.
Ooh. Nice.
Yes. So I started this. Can't remember when I started it. Just the other day because I'm waiting for paint to arrive from Jadlams. And it's coming tomorrow, and then I can get back on the F-35. And I'm also trying to desperately find my AK camouflage masking putty, which I've stored away somewhere because I'd seen a review about it to say it doesn't hold its shape.
Yeah.
But then I saw a guy using it at the weekend, and he rolls it out with a rolling pin so it's thick, fairly thin, and then cuts it with a knife to the shape he wants, and it doesn't lose its shape. So
I can't find it. It's a blue belly Smurf.
Hello.
G'day, John.
Hello. G'day.
G'day, mate.
Yeah.
Here we are. So yeah. So I should be working on the McLaren while you're working on the bus.
Cool. McLaren? What McLaren? Sorry.
I shall show you, good sir. Sorry, John has not seen this yet. As you are doing a wheeled thing, I thought I would do a wheeled thing.
Oh.
So I'm going to have a crack at this.
Nice.
It is.
Is that what colour you're going to do it? Or are you going to do your own colours?
No, probably. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided. I might do it that colour.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. I don't often do a car. The last car I did, and I'm not including the Model Ts in this, was a Nissan GTR about 5 years ago. So
excellent. Right, let's go through the chat. Julie says first lube, second comment. Yeah, one of those. Very good.
Tiff says, welcome all. Please don't forget to hit the like button. We always appreciate it. Yep, lube and subscribe.
GM says, greetings, everyone. I am all screwed up and just about to get lubed up.
Ooh.
Good to hear.
Wait Rose says, good morning all, listening whilst re-scribing some panel lines on a oops, almost gave it away, the next Matchbox challenge kit. Ooh.
Wonderful.
And Mr. Markham says, greetings, Mr. Evans, being a tease, are we?
Bob's in. It says, good morrow. Good, Gary. It's 2 so far. Any advance? Do I hear 3?
Yeah, there are 3.
Mm-hmm. GM says, good morning, Bob. 3 Gs is possible. Your Spiel Chunker is affecting mine now. How did you do that? Very good.
And David's in. He says, good day, Tiff, Gary, Mr. Evans, and Bob.
Oh, Bob.
GM says, greetings, Mr. David. You keeping well, I hope?
Bob says, Sprawl Chunker married to International Thesaurus, the little brother of the T-Rex, or maybe big brother of the Dorkosaurus. Very good.
Jim's in. He says, greetings one and all to the MiniArt Omnibus's group build and McLaren.
All right, Jim. Yes.
David says, yes, all good things, GM.
Dave says, as I hope you are. David,
Bob,
if you speak to modders on Discord, she'll talk you through how to change your name on Discord so you don't have to put David at the beginning of every... how to change your name on YouTube so you don't have to put Discord at the beginning of every message. No, so you don't have to put David at the beginning of every message. Jesus Christ. My brain's more tired than I thought.
Bob says, being an international wordy thing, it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, John Thompson's in saying too much Magic Bus. That's not a bad show, that.
Bob says it appears the usual suspects have gathered for an identity parade.
Yeah. It's a fair cop, Governor. I have done it. Patrick's in. Good evening, all.
Evening.
GM says, oh dear, David, 'tis but early. My thoughts, not that quickly, the front, but being behind me, thinkly some earth.
JT says, Bob, my best Beavis and Butthead words. Words.
Word. Yeah.
There we go.
And Jim says to John, good one, John.
David says, lol, Jim.
Jem says, Bobby, what was the word thingy?
Charlie's in. Morning, folks. Hello, Charlie.
Morning, Charlie. John says, hi, Jim. The Who and Beavis and Butthead, what a combo.
Jim says, you can have the Omnibus for 100 English pounds.
And John says, Jim, I want it. I want it. You can't have it. Best part of the song.
Jim says, Jim, send help, cash only. The laundry cannot keep up.
Jim says, indeed.
Dude.
And Bob says, I have a birthday lunch to attend at 1 p.m. local. Not mine. I have too many. Anybody want a few? One of my spare Tamiya Panzerkampfwagen 2s will find a new home with extras.
Ooh.
Bob says, see, it wasn't really a mistake to get too many.
JT says, here comes Johnny out of the chute with a cup of coffee and another on the way. Yeehaw.
And Jim says, John, my favourite version of Magic Bus is from the Live at Leeds record.
Jim says, welcome, Mr. Morris.
Dieter says, quick hello so you know I'm still alive. Yeah.
Hey,
Hello, Dieter.
Hear from me, Dieter.
Mm.
And JT says, hi, Gary. One of the best parts of the chat.
Which
Jeff
Gary?
said you started Sunday on your live.
Thank you. Was it? I was so busy flicking buttons and whatever.
You did well, mate.
I forgot I started it on Sunday. Yeah. It's you, Mikey.
Jim says, Varsteiner, good beer. Very good beer. There you go.
And Bob says, third, Gary.
David says, "Oh, that looks nice, Cheffles."
Yeah, it won't by the time I've finished with it.
It looked like a motorbike. David says, good day, all our gracious hosts. Hello, David.
Hey, David. And JT says, Jim, The Who had so many good songs. Baba O'Reilly. Oh, yes. Baba O'Reilly's brilliant. And Sister Disco are favourites of mine. I also love My Generation. Yeah. Of course, they were all adopted by the CSI franchise, weren't they? For the introductions to, they all had a different one. There was I think there were 3 CSI mainstream series, and they all had a different Who opening song.
Joe says morning / afternoon / evening, bearded vets, and all online. I will be honest, not an Omnibus fan, but I will watch and learn. Wow, some pretty big prices on these omnibuses, $75 to $90. You know, I paid I think about 60 for mine.
I was born for mine. People just or modders just decided because I was born, I deserved one.
Wonderful.
Because she's very kind like that. Timmy says, good day, chat. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Tim.
Tim Tam.
Jim says for Mr. Evans, best of luck on the rescribing, Mr. Evans. My least favourite part of aircraft modelling. Do you know I've never done it?
I haven't.
Never done rescribing. I've tried it on a spare bit of styrene.
Yeah.
And I can't keep a straight line. It goes. So and I know people use things like Dymo tape and things like that to get an edge and all that, and I can't even do it with that. So
well, for me, I don't see the point in it because you can barely see panel lines on an aircraft anyway. So when it's scaled down to 135, you shouldn't be able to see any.
It's more, where the weathering comes into it, isn't it? The weathering within the panel lines makes the panel lines then show up.
Yeah.
I think the main thing is, I think if you've got a seam down, say, a centre of your fuselage, and you're sanding that to get it so any sort of, to get it flat, you're going to take away the thing. So you'll have panel lines going up to a point and then becoming nothing. You just want to reinstate those. That's really, I think, the main reason you'd do it.
Whose turn was it?
Gary.
Gary?
David says, yes, sort it later. Yes, understand the word puzzle. Lol.
Bob says, does Mikey want to borrow my thesaurus?
It's not a thesaurus I need, it's a new brain. Aussie Ian says, good evening, afternoon, and morning all. Hello, Aussie Ian.
Hello, Ian. Welcome back.
Big Nate's in. He says, afternoon, gents. All right, Big Nate. All right, Big Nate.
All right.
David says, yes, it was a very enjoyable chair force.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to do, and I will be doing more sooner rather than later.
Good. Tiff says, yes, it was a birthday gift from me. It was indeed. Thank you very much.
Spoiled him. Charlie says, I wish local store asking for 96. Oh, sorry. Right. I wish local store asking for 96.99 for Omnibus. It's crazy, but it's pretty close to me.
Yeah.
There are a lot of parts in the kit. It's probably worth that amount of money, though. It's not a standard kit. Look, it's how many sprues are in it.
Yeah, there's 22 sprues. But it is worth it. But it is an expensive kit. But we don't normally do expensive kits on here, but me and John really wanted to do this one because we had it in our stash. So yeah. JT says, while getting coffee, I heard Warsteiner beer. That is good. I had this brand in Hamburg called Jevar. There you go.
And Gary Evans says, look at the TSR2 at Telford and you'll change your mind about panel lines and rivets. Yeah. Beastie.
Love that plane. Jim says, at Mikey, regarding describing and restoring surface details depends on the scale of the model and paint exposes all inconsistencies.
Yes. And Tiff says there are 388 parts to this kit. There are indeed. And that's it.
Hey.
300 of them are on the engine block.
Yeah, that was a bit daft, wasn't it?
Have any of you seen the John? You might be interested in this. The video of the F-18 in Spain.
The one that nearly crashed.
Nearly crashed. Yeah,
no,
at a display.
Is that recently?
Yeah.
It hit Facebook yesterday.
Okay.
The guy has done an amazing job to prevent a disaster.
Literally, he recovered it feet from the floor.
Oh wow! Okay, I'll certainly look that up.
Yeah, it was a Spanish display, and he comes round a headland.
Yeah.
To do what this particular maneuver, and I believe he spotted birds, but the way he avoided the birds could have ended up disastrous. But he got it back.
He did a roll, didn't he? Literally, like 20 feet above the ground.
Yeah,
to avoid them.
One point he was almost fully inverted.
Yeah.
I'll definitely look that up. It's more exciting than golf in Scotland, that's for sure.
Right.
It's a sport, it's a country. John says 388 reasons to go crazy.
Yeah. Jim says 388 parts for the engine block, right?
Great minds think alike. Graham says, afternoon all. Are we all well? We are. Oh, I'm certainly very well.
Hello, Graham.
Wow. Gary's engine has more cylinders than ours.
Bob says, expensive kit. Mine was less than £48 delivered, but there were people asking 70 to 80 for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. John, look what I finished yesterday.
Oh, the MH Mark V.
Yeah.
Hermaphrodite. Although it does look like male?
It's not male because it's got the 6 pounder at the front, and it's got machine guns.
Okay, the hermaphrodite I built was 6 pounder on one side and the 2 machine guns on the other, female.
Yeah.
Male on one side, female on the other. That looks like that's a male to me.
Yeah.
Looks very nice. I do like. What is that going over the top? That's not.
That's the exhaust.
Exhaust. Okay. Oh, the signal box. Avoiding that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the semaphore.
Yeah.
Mechanical semaphore. And then at the side you got the louvers for the vents and things.
Oh, I see. So that's different. Yeah, different engine, the Mark V from the Mark IV. So mine didn't have those. Only got a larger fuel tank. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and an extra gun on the back. There are differences. I'm picking out all the differences between a Mark V and a Mark IV by you doing this.
Yeah. Well, the exhaust was better as well, the exhaust system. So if you look at the exhaust top box is different as well. So they got 2 coming up, 2 ports.
Yeah. Cool.
I've just got to paint that. That'd be fun. But
So I thought that was a 48 scale one. It's not. That's 35th, yes?
Yeah, it's 35th.
Yeah. Cool.
It should look good when it's painted.
Oh, it's looking good now, mate.
Yeah. JT says, cool looking tank, Mikey. Thank you, buddy. GM says, the Airfix 148 Sea Fury kit was some big rivets on parts, at least 2 inches across in scale. Yeah.
What a kit.
Joe says, nothing is more exciting than golfing in Scotland. Watch my brother-in-law take 18 shots in a pot bunker. It was great.
Fantastic.
Jim says, 6 pounder. What's that in shell diameter? I don't think they did it in diameters back then.
Oh, yeah. I think Jim might be able to Google it faster than I could.
Yeah. Charlie says, oh, good. All Imperial gun measures. Yeah. Well, they're the British ones, weren't they? The Americans still did it in diameter.
Just something to confuse a mere mortal like myself.
Yeah.
So Mikey and I were talking after yesterday's show. The way I believe I'm going to be doing this one is the way that they would have built it probably back in the day. So to show you what I mean is in this build-up, we're doing the ladder, the rail chassis, differential, moving on to the engine, the radiator. Basically, what we've got, whatever these little linkages are, not even sure. And then jumping from there, so most of the chassis gets completed. Then you go on to the bottom half of the bus, then the top half of the bus, and you put it all together. And the wheels go on. It's basically the last thing you do. I'm going to be doing the way they would have built it, which is the drivable chassis and the rail and everything else by itself, and then working on the cabins.
Yeah,
that I think makes sense because by putting the wheels on, you could have this sitting the right way up without breaking bits off. Yeah.
There you go. Tiff said it's 6 pounder was 57 millimeter.
There you go. 2.2 inches.
Yeah. David says, wow, just looked at the video. That was some close escape. Yeah, it was. It's impressive. That Spanish pilot, the F-18.
And apparently, unless I misread it, he carried on with the display afterwards.
Yeah.
I'd have had to have gone back and changed my flying suit.
God, Himmel, the smell in this cockpit.
Well, it can be annoying when somebody throws up in the back seat of a Hornet and then doesn't own up to it.
Yeah,
call him back to clean it up, and he still won't sort of like answer the call. He'll never fly again.
JT says, for the glazing, are you going to use real glass microscope covered slips help really thin too?
These seem really thin anyway. I haven't opened this bag because it's heat sealed. But the glazing, it does look very, very thin.
MiniArt tends to be pretty good anyway.
Yeah. So I think it looks flat. There's no distortion there at all. It does look very nice, but you'll forgive me for not opening up to check it out now because it's one of the things that goes on last, of course.
Yeah. Well, one of the other things we said yesterday was that we want to take our time with this kit. We don't want to rush it. We want to. We're not going to worry about how many episodes it takes. We're just going to do the best job we can.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. That'll be interesting.
JT says, I put the cart before the horse there. Or the cart before the bus. Yeah. Okay. Right. Oh, I just realised I skipped a step here. Never mind. It'll be all right.
Do that with a MiniArt kit, Christ.
Back in a sec, gents.
Oh, it's all right. It's not that I need for the chassis anyway. It's the transfer box, and you don't need that till step 26. So the way that they used to order these was quite interesting. They didn't order, say, like now, if a company needs a couple of buses, they'll say, right, send me 2 buses, make me 2 buses, and we'll get someone to put livery on for us and things like that. The way they did it back then was they got in touch with the coach builders, and they said, we need chassis numbers, say 1,000 to 1,500, and the coach builders would just make the chassis, and then they'd get some they'd say to the carpenters, right, we want a single decker or a double decker, or we want it made to a lorry or whatever, and that's what they'd do. They'd make the body afterwards, but they'd order it by chassis number.
All right.
So there's one stage in 1912 where the London Omnibus company, the ones that own these buses, they ordered chassis numbers, I think it was chassis numbers 1,000 to 2,000 all at once.
Wow.
Yeah. And they converted them. Most of them were into buses, but some of them were into vans to deliver, the tickets and stuff, the books of tickets.
Yeah.
For the conductors. They had some that were made into vans to deliver them to the different bus stations, bus depots. And they made some into lorries to carry parts around and things and recover the buses if they broke down.
Cool.
Because they actually had their own recovery trucks and things with little cranes on the back. JT says, somehow I always find myself thinking ahead when I build. Do you guys often do that?
Yeah, all the time.
Absolutely.
Gary thinks ahead, but he doesn't read ahead. Bob says, I'm in recovery mode on bus ignition leads. Yeah, they're not fun. They're not fun part.
Did your plan work, Bob?
I think it probably did.
Because he was keeping it stum in case it failed miserably. But
yeah, there you go. Let's get some light on the subject. There you go, Gary.
Oh, wow.
You have to make HT leads for
it. Nice. Proper modelling, that is.
Yeah. Pain in the ass modelling.
Right, we're about to find out what these decals are like.
Oh, yes. On the engine.
I need to put the Mercedes here, Mercedes brand on here. So nice. I am currently
JT says, Bob, imagine if the engine had all the parts like followers, valves, and camshafts. Yeah. Don't encourage MiniArt. They will do that. Bob says, John always thinking ahead, doing sub-assemblies for painting to cover seams, etc. Yeah.
Imagine if Bob was in charge of ordering all the spare parts from the omnibuses.
Could you imagine if
They need a
Bob
very
had been
big
so...
store.
Could you imagine if Bob had been CQMS or something?
This is where he comes back and says, I was.
Yeah. Harris, we need 10 tunics for the new recruits. 10 smocks. All right, boss, no problems. Where, Sergeant, where do we put these 1,000 combat smocks with 2,000 combat trousers? What? Well, I thought we needed one of every size. JT says, Bob, when I kit bash, I often do work around an issue and get back to it. Yeah. Charlie says, also, UK accomplished op chessman, reason to look forward to Eurofighter.
Oh.
Cheeseman, chessman. Bob says, it nearly worked. Got to fold crimps on terminals. My crimping tool is a bit too big.
I think every crimping tool would be a bit too big for the size we're doing here.
Yeah. Patrick says, haven't done the HT leads yet. Just waiting for some thin wire for them. Yeah, that would have been easier.
Ow!
Here's a bit of trivia. I have a book, Car Badges, The Ultimate Guide to the Logos. So I just thought Gary might be interested in hearing about the origins of the Mercedes-Benz one.
Go on, then.
I am listening.
Adolf Daimler. Paul and Adolf Daimler, company founders, two sons, were in charge of the business. Remember, their father had once used a star as a symbol when employed as a technical director to the Deutz gas engine company from 1872 until 1881. He had marked a star above his own house in a picture postcard in Cologne and Deutz, and wrote to his wife that a star would one day shine above his own factory to symbolize prosperity. In 1909, both 3- and 4-pointed stars were registered as trademarks. Only the 3-pointed star was ever used. It was supposed to symbolize Daimler's tripartite ambition of motorized power on land, water, and in the air.
All right. I've always wondered.
Isn't that interesting? It's a great book.
There we go. Learn lots of useful information today, aren't we?
Yeah.
And I'm not even being sarcastic. That is interesting. Well done, John.
Every day's a school day.
It is on this channel, isn't it? So, what are other people working on whilst they're watching this? Whilst they're watching these three fools? Poor demented fools.
I know the rest of my, well, certainly Tom isn't, but the Leah, Jenna, and Brian are watching Pride and Prejudice.
Oh,
I think, what is it, the 1986 version, whichever one, the BBC one with Colin Firth. And yeah.
I bet the estrogen is flowing freely. GM says, flying as a subcrew with 10 Squadron P3B Orion, we collided with a group of Pelicans. Several smashed through the cockpit. The mess, the smell, and the shocked us all. Landed on 2 engines okay.
Yeah, I've seen the photos of that, actually. It was pretty interesting.
It is interesting, yeah.
Well, the decals are still fine.
Ah.
So,
Bob says, Bob says, this Pillock has just realised that he ordered 0.3mm brass wire for throttle linkage. Would have been ideal for HT leads if painted black.
Yeah.
Tiff says, I have nothing on my bench at the moment. Other than a cat and a keyboard, probably.
Cat's probably on a shoulder.
And the crumbs from a
Carrot.
lemon drizzle cake.
Yeah, that she didn't share with us.
Love these coasters.
Oh, yeah.
I've got one of those Airfix ones, the rubber Airfix ones. Charlie says, also, any thoughts on the new P47 Razorback from MiniArt?
Well, I have built the MiniArt P47, but the basic kit when it first came out. And it was a very, very nice build, albeit 1 or 2 parts.
What?
The
Which
advanced. Say again?
Which parts?
The P47 Razorback.
No, I
Yeah,
mean,
which parts?
albeit for 1 or 2 parts.
Oh no, there were no. Sorry, there were
He
quite
wants
a few
specifics.
parts. It was MiniArt, so there was quite a few parts to it.
Ah, I see.
The advanced kit is okay. It's still standing up. So here's the one. Here's the one I did, which isn't very good, but there's the one I did.
Let's have a butcher's hook.
Ooh.
Let me zoom out. Move that out of the way. Put that there. And zoom out. This is the one I did, and it was the basic one.
It's nice though.
Okay, yeah, I will show you. I will in the interests of full disclosure, I will show you the disasters I had on it. The prop's a bit wonky because it's broke off. But what I was going to say, the advanced kit, you can open up all the gun bays.
Oh yeah,
and all that. The biggest issue I had with this model was this decal here, which, as you can see, doesn't look too good on the underneath. But that was my own fault. It wasn't really anything to do with the kit. But the actual kit itself, all the undercarriage wheels, needs a bit of assistance, and the doors have disappeared. Where were they? Oh well. I would build it again, and I would possibly build the advanced version. It's a nice kit. For their first, I mean, this was the first ever aircraft MiniArt did.
Yeah.
And they didn't do a bad job on it at all.
There we go. Graham says, started assembling my Black Mike Phantom, the next one of my builds for Telford. Nice.
Black Mike Phantom.
Sorry,
is that an RAF1 black all over?
Is that the gloss black one that the RAF flew?
Yeah, probably.
Very nice.
Does sound nice.
JT says, Audi had its logo with the rings symbolizing 4 makers, was Auto Union of Germany. Then there is the mythical aspect of the name too.
Mythical aspect.
Yeah. Have a look in your book, John. Tell us more.
Well, it is, yeah, the amalgamation of 4 companies.
Yeah.
Porsche, Audi. Let's see. You. Austin. Audi. What's also cool in this book, it shows the evolution of the badges.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, in the early 30s, a critical time for German manufacturing. Audi, DWK, Porsche, and Wanderer.
Yeah.
All made different cars in the Saxony region, from Porsche's patrician 8-cylinder limousine through the mid-range Audi and Wanderer down to the small front-wheel drive DKW or DKV, as they would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically, it was one ring for each of the amalgamated companies that came together.
Yeah.
Called Auto Union, and then after the war, Audi, the brand Audi took over, but they're the original badges of the 4 companies.
Yeah. There you go. Interesting.
Education.
Here's one, John. Why do Yamaha use a tuning fork?
That I couldn't tell you, unless it's in the book. That's probably not. Go on.
Bob says, Tiff, I can send you a Smurf. That'd be funny. Smurfathon. Jim says, not at the bench currently, enjoying watching Gary Morris and the Fools. I like how he didn't include you in the Fools.
He's a wise man, is that, Jim?
Might have to fall out with him over that. David says, when doing my QM course, the instructor made a thing of the D of Q, and the tanky QM was only wanted 100 120mm shells for a firing camp. Went to pick up at the rail head to be told the train was 100 wagons. Oh shit. That's a lot of ammunition. Tim says,
amazed somebody didn't query that.
Yeah. Are you starting a small war? Tim says, making a start on my Panzerkampfwagen 2, missing the decals, which sucks, but I'll raid my bits box and hand paints. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have some spares from my build of the Tamiya Panzerkampfwagen 2. I'll have a look after the stream.
Uncle John to the rescue.
Yeah. Tiff says the cat is on a tree and there are no crumbs. I don't leave crumbs. I only had a small slice of cake anyway. They don't get a chance to fall. She eats it that quick.
What's this small slice of cake? You make a cake in a loaf tin. That's a portion.
Yeah, I agree. Matt says, afternoon all. I'm working on the ICM M60 at the moment. Lovely kit so far. Good, mate. Glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, we are somewhat fanboys of ICM, as you know.
And we are looking forward to seeing what you do with it. Because that was his competition prize, wasn't it? The members' competition.
Oh, yes. Forgive my poor brain.
So I'm looking forward to seeing how you get on with that. David says, my Stolly in a cab gone together well and can't see the ejection marks at all. Exactly. So why are people worrying about it?
Yeah.
You can't see when it's built.
Nice to see some positivity about that kit, because I think the negativity is unwarranted.
The negativity is making me want to buy it more.
Yeah, exactly. Did a great job for selling it.
Yeah. Tiff says, I have my Model T ambulance in the box next to me. Just get busy on the streams to build anything. Yeah.
I must admit, I found that out on Sunday.
Yeah.
It made me realize how hard you work in the background, modders.
Yeah. That's why I have a modders, because otherwise I'd never get anything modeling done.
And that was even with Mikey doing the moderating as well. You know, it's actually running the stream was quite labor intensive.
Yeah. It's a lot different to just sitting there chatting, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. But I must admit, I am looking forward to the next one.
Yeah. It's fun to do, but it's bloody knackering.
Yeah. I might we were talking on the stream. I'm going to hijack this stream, talking about my stream, but
don't worry.
Talking about the stream about possibly not doing it on a Sunday and doing it on a Wednesday afternoon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Julian says, afternoon all, feeling totally lousy, hence late arrival and not being on Discord yet.
I hope you're feeling better soon, buddy.
Yeah.
John says, hey, Julian.
We all get
David says, yes, still looks nice, Chairforce.
11 and 12. Thank you very much. 11 and 12. 11 and 12.
Tiff said, David, do you use a PC or mobile for your YouTube? Just so I know which set of instructions to give you for changing your name. Charlie says, gorgeous, Thunderbolt. I've built our patriotic French, but an engine was too complicated, so I don't know. I hope I'll get one more.
I thought I always knew I hadn't done a very good job on that Thunderbolt, and then I saw this, and this is not my work.
Oh,
Right, this is not my work. This is amazing. This kit was donated to our Models for Heroes face-to-face group. Built. It just needed a little bit of repair, which was the prop. And the guy who built it has paid so much attention to detail. It needs a bit of a. He's even got the wheel cocked slightly. It needs a bit of a dusting, which I'm going to do. But it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. The cockpit is amazing. I mean, you can't see in there really, and you probably won't pick it up. But the straps are all done. The instrument panel's all there. And his family, the gentleman who made it passed away, and his family just chucked them all in boxes and left them in his where he'd been living, and his landlord found them and brought them to us. We had about 50 plus kits all donated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie says, "Oh, John's just read that one." Is it? Joe says, "Julian, sorry to hear that. Julian, hope you feel better soon, mate." Yeah. Julian says, "Thanks, Jim." Oh, we heard off Paul Tanker yesterday, Gary.
All right. How is he?
He's out of hospital. He's now staying in the granny flat, his daughter's granny flat, which I
Right.
built for him. Daphne's still in hospital, but it's more for observation for the next 2 or 3 days.
Right. She's okay, yeah?
Yeah, they're both recovering.
Cool.
Good news.
Get well soon, both of you.
Yeah. June says, "Hi, JT."
I'm just going to mute.
Yeah. Graham says, "It's the Phantom that set the record for John O'Groats to Land's End, 111 Squadron RAF."
Oh, right. Jim is asking, Timbo, what kit and scale is your Panzer II?
Tamir 135.
I reckon, yeah. I think he's done pretty much exclusively Tamir apart from the Hurricane so far from memory.
I'm saying that because he posted it in Discord this morning.
There you go.
So hopefully that's right. Well, that's the main parts of the chassis done. Jem says, "A cockpit oxygen fire on a P3B Orion proved impossible to suppress. Glad we were on the ground before we boarded. We later swapped the fuselage with the Americans as they had a mangled wing. Good swap."
Yeah.
Graham says, "Yamaha originally made pianos." Oh, yeah, of course they did. That makes sense. Tiff says, "Is there a Smurfette?" Yeah, you can be Smurfette. I'll be Papa Smurf. Or should John be Papa Smurf because he has a white beard when he grows it out? I'll just be Beardy Smurf. GM says, "Yamaha builds musical instruments." True.
Oh, yeah. So you were asking about why do they have a tuning fork? Is that the answer?
Yeah. Makes sense. Charlie says, "I got guitar from Yamaha somewhere." I've got a guitar, I just haven't got a Yamaha one. I've got a what do they call it? A mutt sort of thing. It's just all random parts of electric guitar put together. My acoustic guitar. Go on.
One of them, they're electric guitars.
Yeah. My acoustic guitar's in the living room. Bob says, "Yamaha are a musical instrument company that diversified into motorbikes." Yes. John said, "Do you guys actually read what each other's putting, or do you just keep searching for the information then type it in regardless?"
Well, they're all prototyping at exactly the same time.
Yeah. JT says, "To bring up the big boy build, Bob says, "Tiff, there can be searching." Oh God. Tim says Yamaha also makes some very nice motorcycles. Yeah, I used to have a Yamaha. I had a Yamaha 600 Diversion. GM says Airfix 172nd F4 Phantom kit, the decal sheet. Oh dear, I have 11 of these to build. Charlie says Falkland Air Force stash. Ooh. Tim says Jim, Tamir 135. I picked it up because of the combat patrol with it. There we go. Right. Oh god, why can't they put all the pieces for that section on the same sprue?
On the same sprue, yes. Well,
JT says the big boy could pull a 5-mile long train. Heard the guys mention a long train. You could imagine the trains and their value in moving resources and goods in wartime. The tonnage alone, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was insane amount of tonnage that they could pull. Jim says Tim, the venerable Tamir kit dating back 1971. A true oldie but a goodie. I'll post pics of mine on Discord. Cool.
Oh, that's right. I did that. Gary Evans had a challenge, I think a year before last, where he had to build a kit that was over 50 years old, and that's the one I chose, and turned out rather well.
Yeah,
I'm happy with it.
John, on step 7 on the chassis.
Yes.
Do you think that means drill those holes out? That symbol that's below it. Ooh, why is it?
Ooh.
The hell is that?
It means open hole.
Ah.
Yes, it does.
What we're saying is, we're not saying how you do it, but that hole needs to be open. So to me, that would be drill.
Yes.
Oh, I had another new stash acquisition today, but it's no surprise. So everybody, most of the people on the stream know that I'd started that kit yesterday, but the F4 F3-3 is the one that doesn't have a wing fold, and I'm doing a wing fold one. So I bought the F4 F4 Wildcat. So they're virtually the same. However, there are differences. The F4 has position lights under the fuselage, for instance, that the other one doesn't. And there's a couple other little bits and bobs. But mainly the same kit, different decal schemes. Bron's chosen the one she wants, and I'm happy with that too. So it'll be nice.
Is Bron building it with you?
No, sir.
No, but she makes all these decisions for him.
No. I said, look, I know you're not interested, but you can feign for a moment. Which one do you like? And she said, oh, I like that one. I like the red. She has red. It's got red around the stars and bars.
Yeah.
Oh, might as well show you it because I'm talking about it.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm doing Black Mike. You can omit most of the stencils.
Yeah. Stencils on the Phantom are,
Well, the no steps. That one.
Oh, there we go.
So that'll be very glossy. I do apologise, but
it's like an aircraft, isn't it?
Oh, it's a stumpy boy. So it says that it was sporting red outline insignias, and they were repainted insignia blue in September 43. So the kit gives you red outline and blue outline ones. So you have a choice.
There we go.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Yeah. It's one Holden. Graham says there's more than 300 stencils in total. Yeah, sod that.
Yeah.
You can keep your Phantom. Tim says, looking forward to it, Jim. Good day, John Thompson. David says, afternoon, Julian. Julian says, the problems with Stolly are quality control and manufacture based, as I've watched a few videos and everyone seems to have sink marks in different places, so batch related and not checking them in. Yeah, we've already discussed this about 1 million times now. David says, PC for these, as my mobile has my own YouTube anyway. Tiff. There you go. Bob says, Tiff found 2 Smurfettes worth looking at and several that were just blobby. Downloading, but won't be slicing till later. There we go. Charlie says, geez, it's an art. I've seen silver one from guy on YouTube named Ugo Kennel. It's very hard to do World War II aluminium stuff. That one is my dream build.
I did watch a video yesterday with my friend sorry, Genesis Design Modelcraft. So yeah, Jen Wright. She has a video in her YouTube channel about applying aluminium foil all over a kit as aluminium, and it's really good.
Using it like gold leaf sort of thing.
Yes. It's really good. I mean, she boils it with eggs to give it different sort of patinas and stuff like that, like to make it look like, sort of like actual aluminium. It's just, beautiful work she does.
Good. Julie says, afternoon, David. JT says, you guys are talking names like Yamaha and Kawasaki, as well as Honda. Motorcycles were in demand as Japan was rebuilding from the war. I saw a good documentary on the brands. Yeah. Tiff says, David, okie dokie, I'll PM you the instructions in Discord after the stream. There we go. Jim says, Academy makes a recent vintage Panzer II kit. Very good model from what I've heard. Tiff says, let me know how much you want for the print, Bob, if you're able to do it. There we go. Bob says, right, off to get Panzer stuff ready. Kit, paint, glue, cutters, sanders, knifey thingy, airbrush, and compressor, plus thinners, etc. Still waiting for a respirator. He's going to sit there with a Darth Vader mask on or something, isn't he? Julie says, 11 to build, Gary. Are you related to Bob?
The truth comes out.
Joe says, hope you start feeling better, Julian. Yeah. Bob says, my Yamaha was a TR1, the sport version of the Virago. Chain drive instead of shaft drive. There we go.
The Virago.
Yeah. June says, thanks, Joe.
The kit that beat me.
Yeah. Charlie says, I always wanted to build once stick line of jets, but always plan cracks when it comes to price, paints, and new kits. Yeah. True. Dave says, okay, thanks, Tiff. Julian, open hole. That's what she said. Graham says, Robert Harris mine was an FZR 1000 RU, 1994. Nice. Bob says, it does mean drill, but no size given. Very near says 0.8 mil. Yeah, I've sort of gone for the same size as the recess.
Yeah.
Duke says, good day, all you beautiful people. Hello, Duke.
Hey, Duke.
Bob says, okay, bye, folks. Later, Bob.
Bye, Bob.
JT says, looks like you need a framing jig. Can you use the jig for aircraft I saw in the doesn't go in
not.
It'll be hard eats.
No, I think it'd be fine. So yeah, the stand that I've got, the EBMA one, is specifically for aircraft. It doesn't clamp so much as just hold up things up. But this will be fine. As you could see, all the parts I got cut out is off camera here, lined up there. But as I'm trimming them, I'm putting them on where they go on the instructions.
Yes.
So I'll get them in the right order at least.
Yeah. Joe says, wow, John, 2 great kits. Can't wait to see them on your next live stream. There we go. Ian lurking, hello Yamaha, a tuning company, yes, but also designed and submitted those to a few car companies and were rejected by the likes of Nissan, etc. But Toyota was interested in a certain one. There we go. It says part 2, that certain car is now the legendary Toyota 2000 GT, originally designed by Yamaha.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that.
Tiff says there is a little bit you have to remove on those parts, Mikey, looking at the instructions. Yes. Jim says, love those phantom stencils. Good therapeutic fun applying the decals and model.
I agree. I don't mind decaling if they work. You know, you'll know after your first one whether you're going to struggle with it or not. Must admit, my the Victor decals I had all went down, but not well. It was a bit of a fight. Whereas the Sea Fury ones were gorgeous. So I think maybe I had it too long, you know, in my garage where it can get fairly warm in summer. So I probably killed it.
Apparently, we've got to remove one of the rivets off the chassis as well.
One of the rivets.
Yeah.
So where is it saying that?
If you look at
One rivet.
If you look at the main chassis bars,
yeah,
on the ends, it's got a little remove symbol next to one of the rivets.
Sorry, where?
Look at the diagram. Next diagram up.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, look at the ends.
Oh, we need to remove a rivet. I'll zoom in on that so people can see it.
I've bloody seen it all now.
Focus. There we go. So right at the end there, that centre one there.
Well spotted, modders.
And does that mean if you left it on the whole
thing? Oh yeah.
So why have they moulded it there in the first place?
Because they make different chassis for different things.
The B Type lorry and the B Type armored lorry go on the same chassis.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah.
DM says the F4 collection unbuilt is 19. Neighbour flew the Royal Navy Phantoms. I would backseat often. Sort of gets into your blood, these things. Haha.
Oh, yeah.
Gino says, hello, Mikey and everyone on panel.
Hello, Gino.
And hello to everyone in chat. Charlie says, I'd try foil, but I'm afraid not that Heisenberg to make it work. Afraid I'll just ruin everything. Well, you can only try, can't you?
Yeah, I've never tried it. But,
get a cheap kit and try it on a cheap kit.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, and then you can just use that as a paint mule.
No such thing as a cheap.
Next. Julie says, is this the omnibus you guys are doing? Scalemates products? We can't really look it up, mate. Tiff says, yes, Julie.
She said yes.
Yes, because Tiff's awesome. Ian says, I think my Mark 1 Ford Focus engine was a Yamaha design and Lexus LFA V10 engine too. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Jim, Jen Wright is a very accomplished modeler. See her build of the very mediocre and overpriced 48 scale Rebel SR71.
Yeah. And she met me at Cosford, gave me and Paul a walk around and a bit of a tour, and it was incredible because later on that day, I saw on Facebook, she said, I've arrived home, I had a great day, and I realised that she lived 100 kilometres away, like, 70-odd miles or whatever, and she drove like hours to come and visit us. It was great.
Yeah,
and
it's nice when people are willing to do that.
She's
I wouldn't have done that for you.
She's a very nice
I
person.
I'd have told you to go fuck yourself.
More than once.
Yeah.
10-minute intervals.
Charlie says, yeah, this one. No, I would have driven an hour and a half or whatever to see you. It'd be worth it. It's one of those once in a lifetime kind of things.
Yeah.
Julie says, oi, Darth Numpty is my thing. Very good. Gino says, sorry, I've not been around much this week. Had a bit of trouble with my heart again. No problems, buddy. Hope you get better.
I hope you're all right, buddy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jim says, Duke, good day, Duke. Jim says, hope you're okay now, Gino. We're finally catching up. GM says, the Fujimi F4 Royal Navy has discovered a lineage from there into the Airfix kit serials, could build a live history of several aircraft in model form, hence the numbers. Whew, there we go. Charlie says, keep safe, Gino.
Yes.
Jim says, Gino, sorry, Gino, hope you feel better soon. We're all poorly sick today, aren't we? Gino says, I will try, Charlie. JT says, in our model building spaces, nobody can hear you scream. Flyways yelling at directions and the language we have in searching for lost parts. Tiff says, you're welcome. See, what would you do without a modders? Huh? Very true. And says, I have the instructions on a separate screen. The perks of having a 3-screen PC setup. Ah. See, she's basically, if you imagine a TV production company, she's basically the one sat in the control room with all the monitors. And,
she's in the gallery.
Yeah, that's it, in the gallery. John says, in college, I had the silly bus. June says, MiniArt say to remove that rivet, but after that, it's still in their diagrams. Seems like a cut and paste cop-up. Who knows?
No, I'll do it anyway, because,
Yeah.
I
Nobody's
know
going to
about
know.
it now. No.
Duke says, I drove 2.5 hours to see you, John. Buying models was only a bonus. Good day, Jim, and I hope you feel better soon, Gino.
It's true, actually. It was wonderful meeting Duke a couple of weeks ago. Both me and the better-looking Marley spent the day with Duke. It was great.
Yeah. Tiff says, no, I'm in my dining room. You know. GM says, we have seen what happens when there's no modders. Yeah, it doesn't go well. Well, it does. It just becomes a bit chaotic.
I should have changed my blade ages ago. This is so much better.
Last Friday, it's had over 260 views, you know.
Oh, because of my Tanty rant?
No.
Oh.
Probably because I told you off for your Tanty rant.
Do it again. I'll do it again.
No, if you can avoid doing it for Miles Heroes, you can avoid doing it on here.
Oh. Challenge accepted. No, I tried. I can't do it.
It's all right. Modders hovers over the mute button now anyway.
I'm sure she does. She's pulling her hair out.
Joe,
hair.
I'm amazed she's got any hair left with us. Joe says, yes, we all need to take care of ourselves and see our doctor whenever you can before it's too late. I hate getting old. Yeah, I know the feeling. Have I got any coffee left? Oh, I have.
Ooh. Oh my God, that's the first hour gone already.
Delicious.
Cheers, everyone.
Problem is, I've run out of coffee now, so I'm on to water. David says, yes, get well soon, Gino. Charlie says, I love new figures of American gangsters. No idea where and how to use them, but they are so brilliant. Worth taking a look. Yeah.
They look good. Yeah, they look good. But as Gary Evans points out, like, they're the wrong scale. What are you going to use for them? If they're 24 scale, you'd put them next to like an A model Ford or something like that. But they made it in 35th scale. What do you do with them?
Put them next to a 35th scale old car. Just a thought. Next. 24 people watching. Don't forget to loom and subscribe. Julie says, Tiff, I have a few browser tabs open, so I just flip between them. Yes. Julian is the other modder. Charlie says, from MiniArt. There we go. Julian says, be right back, Kara here.
Wonderful.
Julie says, we saw some great models at the expo.
Sure did.
Gino says, thanks, everyone. You're welcome. Tiff says, yes, John, no ranting. I'm too pretty for prison.
Oh, you'll find out.
JT says, was the Omnibus only in London? Was it in other cities in the UK or other countries? Yeah, it would have been. It's just that this particular company was based in London. GM says, I've flown a few hours to get a coffee, meeting up with friends, and good reason, maybe. I don't know. Tiff says, I'm going grey. I blame John.
Oh, represent.
Where's my glue gone? God darn it.
That's quite a bit of work goes into this engine.
Yeah. Well done,
That's what
buddy.
Mercedes said. Oh, show us. Give us a zoom in, please. Ooh.
Let me
So
find
decals on the rocker covers, yeah?
I'll find the buttons and I'll even try and focus it for you. Let's get it in the right position. Yeah, and it's got decals on the rocker covers.
Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah, quite a lot of work on there. And I'll probably do it closed up.
Yeah.
Probably.
Jim says, love the rant, John. Just don't do it again.
Yeah, I'll try to be a good boy. But, I think, what I say then, I still believe. And, all that.
Yeah.
But, I need to shut my mouth.
Yes. On stream.
The last thing I want to do is offend Americans.
Well, I don't mind you doing it when we're not on
Right,
live.
let's move on.
Yeah. Tiff says, Charlie, there's a 35th scale cars out there. Yeah.
So there's another.
I will
quick.
Go on.
I mentioned this before, but I don't know if I showed anybody. I can't remember, but I'll do it again because we're talking about cars and engines and lovely things. This is one I'm looking forward to. So our friend Steph sent me this one, which is the Porsche 956, the most beautiful race car ever built, I believe. It's from a kit from 1984 from Tamiya. So decals are all a bit yellowed and everything else. They may go down, but he supplied a brand new sheet of replacement ones. So free of charge. Fantastic.
What a nice gesture.
I'll tell you what, this is going to be a beautiful build.
Is get someone who can send Gary a kit, because Gary never gets sent anything. Bless him.
Oh, no, I swapped it out. I sent him another kit in return.
No, please don't send me anything, because Marion will think I've ordered something from AliExpress and I'll get into so much trouble.
What we'll do is we'll send it in a box with AliExpress written on it in marker pen.
No!
In crayons or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or write on it, Marion, this is not an AliExpress parcel.
Honest.
Yeah.
Love, Gary.
And I thought you loved my mates.
Gino says, ICM have a new gangster car, but the wrong scale. Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
I even get told off when I get a Models for Heroes resupply for our face-to-face group.
You need to learn to use your thumb, mate. Charlie says, yeah, ICM get loads of World War I trucks to be upgraded to a US 2030th, so no problems here. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Something's just gone.
I do like the ICM vehicles.
Bing on my... Who's messaged me?
That's one we're planning for the future, isn't it, John?
It is. I have not purchased it yet. They have. I'd have to order it from Hannants because it's not available in Australia. However, I will be paying for the postage because it's going to be a nice build.
Yeah, well, you got a few months yet anyway, haven't you? Because it's after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talking of packages from Models for Heroes, I'm just going to, if I can, if you don't mind, try and see if I can share my screen.
Right.
Because this is a photo that
Graham says, I look forward to meeting folks at Telford.
We look forward to meeting you too. This is a photograph that Mr. Malcolm Childs has just sent me. This is the box which our new which our kits are coming for the new session. And if you notice, I'm assuming you can see this.
We can now.
Notice how it says Gary on the bottom. Not only that, it's a toilet.
Oh, wow.
Malcolm's got an awesome sense of humour.
Brilliant.
Wouldn't it be funny if he meant me and the white box was ticked?
Unbelievable.
Charlie says,
that's not coming to my address. That's going to somebody else's address. So.
Yeah.
That's a shit.
Charlie says deputies in rural villages in Tennessee and Illinois used World War I trucks, as far as I know, but they were very limited and used mainly for transporting stuff. Yeah, it'd have been the FWDs, for the four-wheel drive company. Jim says, "Yes, John. Let's move on."
I have a question for Jim. How many comments are left?
A few.
Okay, Jim. I saw a video today. It seems a guy was being charged with he was intoxicated as a passenger in a car, but having an open bottle or an open liquor container. Is that actually a crime in certain counties to have an open bottle of anything? And would they be fined if it was sitting in, say, the trunk of the car?
It's classed as like evidence that they've been drinking, isn't it?
Well, he's intoxicated, but he's a passenger. He's not driving, so I can't. Has a crime been committed if you're drunk sitting in a car with an opened bottle sitting in the trunk?
David says, "That's nice chair force."
Thank you.
JT says, "It is nice that I'm not the only one learning the rules of engagement. We're all human. With my ADHD, I'm unfiltered at times. Stuff comes out sometimes before I think it through." Yes, it sounds like John.
And
John, have you been tested? Do you need to get tested?
Whoosh. Whoosh.
We're not talking about STDs, don't worry.
Here I am slicing off those rivets. So yes, I should have been tested. There we go. Go
on. Joe says, "Doesn't offend me, John." I agree with you.
I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm sorry to see the shooter in New York today, John.
Yeah. Gino says, "Looks nice, Gary."
Thank you.
JT says, "Gary, do you go through the model kit detector?"
It's just one of her freakish senses that she's got.
Okay. 0.8 mil drill.
Next time I send you a parcel, I am actually going to write, "Marion, this is not AliExpress."
Well, I've warned her about the surprise parcel that may be coming in the near future.
That's not coming from me, mate.
Oh shit! It's even more worrying now.
It's going to be a surprise.
Talking about surprise, the reason I was about 2-3 minutes late for the stream today, my wife and I went out. We after dinner, we said to the kids, we're going out to buy something. Oh, and Jenna was like, "What is it? Is it a book? Is it a thing?" Yeah, she wasn't. What it was a 65 centimeter full array Bravia TV thing. So I'm going to set that up tomorrow.
Do you mean 65-inch, John?
Inch. Yeah, inch.
65 centimeters is a very small telly.
Correct. So it bought it in the house, and they're just like, "What the hell?" And I said, "Well, I want to watch the Foundation thing that I'm still waiting to see with my kids."
Sony Bravia, powered by Android.
Yeah.
Jim says, "I'm sure quite a few World War I trucks were used for gun running and bootlegging back in the 20s. Yeah.
It's quite funny because I have a Sony 55-inch Bravia in the living room.
Right. Well, that's when we were replacing. Which way round to drill these holes? I know it'd be the same on both sides, but which side am I meant to be?
Duke asks a question to me. Is AliExpress safe, Gary? I'm thinking of buying some things from them. I've had no issues buying anything I've bought off of AliExpress.
Yeah.
The tracking is fantastic, certainly to the UK.
Yeah.
They let you know. I literally get tracking notifications of it. You know, it's left. It's been dispatched. It's arrived at the airport. It's cleared customs. It's on the flight. It's departed the airport. It's arrived at the airport. It's gone through customs. It's with the local courier all the time. And delivery time to UK, and I know you're not in the UK, sometimes it's 5 days and I've got it.
Yeah.
Does Marianne get the same notifications?
No.
Charlie says, never trust AliExpress or Temu. Yeah, you gotta trust someone.
Well,
I've
as
not
I say,
bought from them.
I can only go by my own
Your own
experience.
experience, of
My own
course.
experience has been very positive with both of those.
GM says, anyone would think you guys are scared of your wives. Seriously, why?
Because we are.
Have you met her?
I've already incurred the wrath of Marion this morning.
Because we respect our wives.
No, I'm scared of her. She
And our
did,
wives
she
have the power of
did
free
years
will.
and years and years of karate.
Yeah.
She has kicked me down the stairs before.
Oh.
In fun, that was. But I did end up
Just for shits and giggles, she took you down the stairs.
when we were a lot, when I was a lot younger.
Yeah. Yeah, women can be just as aggressive as men.
Nowadays, you see us trying to get up the stairs of an evening. Well, I've got
Joe says, hold on, be right back. Have to go hit the Gary.
yeah, it's no longer called a John, it's called a Gary.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God for that.
JP
At
says,
last.
Gary,
What's the
go to the
difference?
Chevrolet, join forces to bring the toilet. It comes in 1 or 2-seater versions.
What's the difference between a toilet and a Gary? We're both full of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Graham says, gotta go, work beckons. All right, buddy.
All right,
Have a good
Graham.
day.
Good to see you, buddy.
Joe says, it's a crime in certain states and our counties or parishes, Louisiana.
Okay. But it's certain counties, like it's up to the county to decide their county rules and within their state lines and everything else. But but would it be a crime to have an open bottle of Jack Daniels, an opened, cracked bottle of Jack Daniels in a boot, regardless
open,
whether
I mean,
you're drunk or not? But the driver is sober.
By
I think
open,
it's more.
Do you mean it's unsealed?
Yeah, it's like you crack it. Yeah. So even if you like an open bottle, whether anything is taken out.
It's more in the passenger compartments, isn't it? Because it could be accessed by the driver.
So I did a tour of the Jack Daniels distillery, and the guy said, do you guys know why the Jack Daniels bottle is square? It's because it doesn't get stuck underneath the brake pedal.
And for our American friends, did I just miss one off Waitrose?
I thought I saw something off Waitrose.
Yeah. Waitrose says it's an offence to carry an open container of alcohol on the London Underground network, whether or not you're actually intoxicated. There we go.
But my goodness, do you see some strange things on the London Underground network?
Yeah. Jim says, Joe, for the record, I too agreed with what Mr. Marley ranted about.
Rise up, people, rise up. John says that was sad about New York. 5 lost. Shooter isn't with us anymore. Apparently had an issue with the NFL and he had a brain injury. Sad. Yeah, it's terrible. Anyone walking around city streets with semi-automatic weapons is never going to be a good thing. So,
Moving on swiftly. Tim says, John, even in Australia, it's illegal to have an open bottle of alcohol in the car while you're driving or while there are keys in the ignition. Yeah.
Well, okay, you're going to have to tell my brother that because, notoriously drinking VB.
It just bubbled, Paul.
No, the other one.
The other one.
The other one. Hoss.
Charlie says, because some fans are fancy to spill it out, and actually our Metro just ignoring it, sad and grey.
Yeah, okay.
June says, Gary, the words Molotov cocktail spring to mind if you add a rag and lighter, so I can understand that ban. Yeah. Jim says, how did I know that was going to be Jim? Jim says, Tim, that pretty much the same in Illinois. There we go. Joe says, apparently the shooter in New York was tagged in NFL offices but took wrong turn. Crazy world.
Madness.
Yeah. Mad world.
Good song.
Yeah. Nice playing guitar as well. It's dead easy. Duke says, thanks, Gary.
Time to get this thing together.
Tiff says, we have some weird laws in the UK still. It's illegal to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances. Yeah, it is.
Cool. I love that.
It's also illegal to die in the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, how could you tell?
Yeah. Is it House of Commons? Drew says, with regards to any purchase, caveat emptor applies. Yeah.
Fair.
JT says, Joe, yes, I'm glad I don't work in the city. Yeah. Patrick, I was looking at Temu the other day. They wanted 180 quid for a 135 scale Jeep kit, which should be 30 quid. Probably get it cheaper than that on Amazon. Yeah. Julian said, Shelfie, wasn't that Star Trek 2? Oh, no, sorry, that was the Wrath of Khan, not the Wrath of Marion.
The Wrath of Khan is nothing like the Wrath of Marion.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, shit, hang on.
His ship was the Botany Bay, wasn't it? The one that Khan was...
I think it was. I think it was called the Botany Bay, yeah. JT says, I know why they call it a head. The drunken sailors usually have their heads in the bowl after shore leave. Lol. Not really. Oh, there's me phone on the floor.
Oh, shit.
I could show you in a diagram why it's actually called the head. I've got a Victory model kit here.
Yeah, Julian says the best dumb law I ever saw was in Chico, California. It's illegal, punishable by a $500 fine to detonate a nuclear device within the city limits. Oh, I'm sure Americans have got some very strange laws. Like they actually have to make a law about whether or not you can marry an animal or something.
Squirrel.
Jem says, well, my wife is a martial arts trained, but she also builds models. She can't wait when a new kit box arrives for me. Open now.
No,
see, you follow orders too, Gary.
Marion doesn't get it.
No, sir.
But I never complain when boxes of card making equipment or diamond painting equipment arrives. Just saying, but she's out and I can.
Charlie says, Julian, it's because you've never seen the capability of American YouTubers, especially if they're retired chemists. Well, yeah, there's that Boy Scout, wasn't there? He achieved all his badges except for the nuclear one. So he decided for the badge, he was going to, or he found out that fired smoke detectors had a small radiation nuclear source material in them. So he went around and bought loads or collected loads and loads of smoke detectors, took the nuclear material out of them and made his own nuclear reactor in the garage. And it didn't go very well.
Oh, so very quickly, the reason the toilets are called the heads is this is at the front of the HMS Victory. These two semicircular bits there are called the roundhouses. That's where the junior officers would go to do their number twos, and the other sailors would sit on seats of ease here at the head of the ship. So it'll just go plop down into the water and blah 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 blah. But for doing number ones, I think you just put it in a thing out of Cannonport or something or other, because you can't be bothered getting up front with 360 odd people. Did you know take 300 people to raise the anchor of the Victory?
Yeah.
It's massive, imagine that, an entire squadron of people doing one task without somebody getting it wrong.
Joe says it depends, not in New Orleans, but in the northern part of the state, probably yes. In Texas, it's probably against the law everywhere. If it's in your proximity, you could be charged. Yeah.
There you go. Amazing.
Jim says, Julie, not surprised that an oddball law comes from the state of California. John.
And hello to all our friends in California.
Gary, there's the Wrath of Karen. I get the eyebrow.
Yeah. Well, so my mum, her name's Terry, but her nickname is Tet. So when she get cranky, I used to call her the Tet Offensive.
Julian says, that's right, John and Shelfie. When Chekhov found the ship and uncovered the name and said Botany Bay in horror, nitpick though, he wasn't on Enterprise yet when they met Khan. There we go. JT says, we had an emergency preparedness merit badge that covered atomic emergencies. There we go. Julian says, Julian, good Star Trek detective work, Julian. There we go. I'll caught up with the chat again for now.
Wonderful.
Oh, no.
Right.
Then your brother goes and spoils it. Paul Marley says, just got in. Hello to all from Melbourne. Yes, I'm actually home. There we go.
Hello, better looking Marley.
Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. I'm only joking. You didn't actually spoil it, Paul. We love having you here. GM says, Modders has gone to sleep. There we go. Was not long ago in England, the law changed so you're not restricted 6 mile an hour with someone head with a red flag. That was got rid of in like the very early 20th century. In fact, it's been 30 since before this First World War, I think. Paul says, hello, ugly Marley. Harsh.
But fair.
Well, I wasn't going to say that. Julian says, I think that Californian law is repealed now. Not sure who would have been allowed to prosecute. JT says, Julian, Khan was cool. Ricardo Montalbon had a hard time getting back into the character. I have to admit, he was a great actor, funny in Naked Gun.
And famous for Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island, yeah.
That plane.
How mate? I don't know. I know nothing.
Have you not heard of Fantasy Island?
No.
Not lived, has he, John?
Well, it depends.
Where the hell does that go? No. Oh, shit. Tweezers. John says, Mr. O'Rourke.
Mr. Rourke, yeah, that's it. Wasn't his sidekick Tattoo or something?
Yes.
Paid by someone whose name I cannot pronounce.
R2D2. No idea, I just made that up.
I think his name was Hervé Villa. I can't say it, but he was also in The Man with the Golden Gun.
Was he?
Yes. He was Scaramanga's sidekick. Scaramanga was obviously played by the great Christopher Lee. Who had some very exciting exploits during World War II in real life.
Yeah, he was an RAF intelligence officer, wasn't
He was a member of MI6.
he? Well, no, he was attached to them as an RAF intelligence officer because he got attached to the SAS as well when he was in Italy.
Yep, wizards are cool.
Yeah. JT says Hervé Villechaize was in Airplane 2. JT says I could use Little Breather. Aaronville says, "Hello all, bit late, sunny day on the decking. Have I missed much? No, not really.
Yeah, it's been a good session.
Good
So far.
sesh.
Yeah.
We've managed to glue 5 pieces together in an hour and a half.
Oh, I'm doing slightly better.
What, you've done 5 pieces and red coins?
No, I've cleaned the 2 lengths of chassis and then done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. To go on
What
to
is nice, all these cross members that are going on this this ladder rail chassis all have different ends, so you can't get them in the wrong place, which is really nice. Like that one was just a diamond. There's circular ones. There's rectangular ones. It's all pretty cool.
This Mercedes engine construction, when you look at the instructions for it, looks so complicated, but every single bit just drops into place. Classic Tamiya.
Yeah.
When you're someone like me who doesn't know the arse end of a car to the front end of a car.
You mean you don't know where the gudgeon pin goes?
The what?
The gudgeon pin.
Probably near the laughing sprocket.
Yeah. It's actually the pin that holds the piston head to the crank rod.
Ah, yeah, which connects to the
Piston
giggle
rod.
flange.
Yeah.
I don't believe Mikey would read this, so I'll read it for him. We must remember that Mikey is very young and knows bugger all. Haha.
True. Won't deny it.
Charlie says, any projects dedicated to Falklands War this year? I'm fascinated by Harrier this summer and looking for one, but Airfix cut their 124 series. Magnificent and gorgeous jet. OFC Emu.
We did Harriet at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I did a Falklands Harrier GR3, a kinetic kit, and it was a beautiful build. I really enjoyed it.
I still got to finish my 124th Harriet.
Charlie hasn't seen it, so I'll grab it, do a bit of It's All About Me, if that's okay.
Where should today be any difference? Was that quick enough for you, John?
He's actually the other end of the West Wing swearing and cursing now.
Yeah. JT says, in all seriousness, do you guys check for square measuring diagonally? No. Not really.
Check. I don't check for anything.
Jim says, Aaronville, you haven't missed much. Just Mr. Morris and 2 fools working on models. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you very much, Jim.
So Charlie, I had built, and a couple of other people. Well, sorry, certainly. Shit, name escapes me. Guy lives in Victoria, Australian. Met him at the model show with Paul.
Duke.
Oh my god! Thank you.
How did you forget Duke?
Because we mentioned before that Mikey's very young. That by ipso facto means that I'm very old. So I had a moment.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Duke and you meeting him at the model
I
show
know.
earlier on.
48 scale kinetic kit, beautiful, and builds up and looks something like that. So they they go together very well. So yeah.
For age reference, I'm 37 and John is 53.
56.
56. There you go. See, I was being nice and giving you 3 years.
I
Do that for
was
me,
I was being nice and giving you the benefit of the doubt. But moving on.
So yeah, there's like 19 years between us.
Yes.
Jim says, nope. Better looking Marley says, what masterpiece are you building, Gary? That doesn't look like an omnibus.
It's not an omnibus. It is.
I'm so sorry,
I'm
Duke.
going to have to zoom out. Sorry. It's a Mercedes CLK. Sorry, I'll turn it around when I finish. Can get my finger off the button. The Mercedes CLK GTR.
Nice.
And so far, I haven't built the engine up.
So how long have you had that kit, Gary? And have you always wanted to build it?
I've had that kit years, and the cars don't interest me. I don't know why I bought it. I think I bought it at the same time I bought the Nissan GTR, and I've never felt the urge. But I thought, well, while you were doing the Omnibus, I could be doing that. I started building it on Sunday because I'm between stages on other builds that I'm waiting for paint to arrive for. So it was just something to keep my hands occupied.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think at some point in the future we should build 70s muscle cars, like American ones from AMT or Revel or something.
Yeah, maybe this time next year or something.
Yeah.
If Gary's still alive by then.
Oh,
So part of the two veterans.
God,
Well, your mum's made the plans. We're just complying.
Yeah. His mum's lined the coffin and everything. She's already picked out the pillow material. GM says Airfix 124th Harrier, difficult kit to build. It's not too bad to build. It's more painting it without, because the air intakes on the side, they curve inwards and go in, and the lip is one color, but the inside of the air intakes are a different color, and they're different parts. But in order to get the parts to go together, you have to put the inside bit in before you put the engine in, which means you've got to try and spray it and spray the camouflage bit for the outside before you put them together, because otherwise it's going to be really, really difficult to stop it getting spray onto the inside of the air intakes, which are a lighter color, which should be a pain.
That's why it's a very early step in the kinetic one to paint them. Oh no, I don't have it in the box. I must have thrown them out because the kinetic instructions are quite terrible.
they're awful.
Yeah. Next, because we're falling quite behind again. Charlie says, "Oh my God, I've must." All right. June says, "Part 1, JT and Jim. I have the Nitpicker's Guide to Star Trek TNG. The book misses one, so blatant I've been missed." June says, "Picard orders them to escort the Romulans to neutral zone. They go to warp in opposite directions." Yeah. JT says, "John Monogram had the Hawker Harrier."
Ah, okay.
Duke says, "I feel very I forget."
Oh God, I'm so sorry, Duke.
No, you're not. You're a bastard.
It's a bit harsh.
True though. Duke says, I've just read that. Charlie says, "It looks like I missed that one video. I'll fix it. If it's amazing how the UK did on Harrier, but it's sad that only 5 countries used it." We didn't do it on here. We did it on Discord. It's like a Discord group build that we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. GM says, "Kinetic Harrier kit, one waiting the build. Lots of parts for the FA2.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Enjoy the instructions. That's all I'll say.
30 minutes. Trains just go around. I don't think it matters." Okay. JT says, "Gary, are cars like floaty things?"
No, they're not as bad as floaty things.
Still wrong.
Junior says, "If you follow your sat nav and end up in a river, JT." Okay. If you say so. Tiff says, "I love cars. Definitely my favorite thing to build. Those and bikes."
Yes, but you're good at them.
Yeah, but
I
not
just
good at that
like-
accent.
No, that's the point. I love winding Tiff up. It's funny. JT says, Julian, will I be saying damn the entire way?
Probably a bit stronger than that.
He's American, so swearing is like, I don't know, gosh darn it. Carnations. Oh, I'm joking. Paul says, Gary, cars don't interest me. I don't know why I bought it. Paul, because it's gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know why I bought it. I can't remember. I don't know why I bought the GTR. I think at the time, I remember now. At the time, I was following Paul Bretland on YouTube. And he was a prolific car modeler. And some of the work he'd done, or does, because I think he still models, was fantastic. And I thought, I'd like to try that. And I bought the GTR and this. And the GTR didn't turn out as good as
gave up
what I hoped it would do, because I wasn't using 2-pack lacquers, which he was using, and things like that. But no, it looked all right, and it was in my display case for a while. But then when I had to retire some models, it was one of the first to go. And yeah, and I've never bothered with the GTR.
Yeah. I've not built that one. Like Paul and I, Paul would remember, of course, back in the day, a good 5 years ago, we only built civil vehicles because we felt that we were terrible at anything else.
Well, this is something else I was going to say. My skill levels are a lot different. I'm not saying they're brilliant. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying here.
We all improve over time.
From 5 years ago to where I am now, I've improved.
Yeah. I'd say over the last 2 years they've improved, to be honest.
Oh, every kit.
Yeah. Every kit's an improvement.
That's nice.
GM says the Harrier GR2 is the same, Mikey. Wheelbox is near impossible to install. Yeah.
Anybody who knows me knows I don't like the Harriers. GR1, GR2. I like the 5, 7, and 9.
Yeah.
Predominantly the 9.
Right, how the hell am I going to do this now?
So Charlie says, speaking for Kinetic, they are the only ones who did the Super Etender. Instructions are going to break into my college degree in engineering. I've built their Hornet, the Harrier, 2 Mirages. I think that's all. They get better. The newer the kit is, the much nicer it fits and everything else. The Hornet was really nice build. I very much enjoyed that. Oh, and the Starfighter. I've got an F104 Starfighter over there, which was sublime. It's an absolutely beautiful kit. So yeah, don't give up on Kinetic. The instructions, they're not the best. It's the worst part of the kit, but you can still, work out most things. Just I think the print quality is awful. That's really the only negative I can point to. I really enjoyed their kits.
Mm-hmm.
Tiff said, I'll remove you from your own stream if you don't behave, Mikey. Another one I'm glad I read out because, you wouldn't have.
I would have. I read all the comments.
I know, I'm kidding.
I don't want people to feel left out. JT says, Mikey, I swear like a longshoreman. Laugh out loud, I'm Mr. Potty Mouth. The combination is like choosing a fine wine, right words for the occasion. See, I've always found it interesting when Americans swear. It always seems to have a very different effect to when British people swear.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why. And it's not just
swear words for one.
Well, no, a lot of the words are the same, but it just doesn't sound right. It sounds different. There's something about it that makes it sound different, other than the accent. It doesn't sound quite as forceful and things.
Well, it can. It depends where they're from. It's a big place.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Julian says, Mikey, there have been a couple of news articles where people have driven into rivers and sat-navs said it was a road. Clearly, their brains weren't attached to their eyes. Yeah, especially in the early days of sat-navs when TomToms and that first came out.
What frightens me is that the driving test now is in 2 parts, and the second half of the driving test is you have to follow a sat-nav route.
Yeah, you have to do that on motorbikes as well. Well, you don't have a sat-nav on motorbikes. They tell you a route, and then you have to just go and do it whilst they follow behind you.
Okay.
But yeah, you have to do sat-nav now. And it's because of things like that. June says, JT, I've run out of swear words. I now make up new ones. Yeah. I've found since I've started doing this, I'm swearing more creative.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Creative swearing. That's a new one.
I'm finding ways of swearing, but without swearing on stream, if that's what I mean. If that makes sense. So coming up with new words to use in place of swearing when I'm frustrated with something. GM says, filming concert last night, a certain woman, Mr. Morris-like, suddenly appeared on through the stage floor on a lift. I flicked the cameras to off mode and all the large screens went blank. Haha. You know who that is, don't you, Gary?
It could be one of 2, couldn't it?
It's the American.
All right. Bless her.
Right.
There you go. That's the chassis put together.
Yeah, same.
I love it a bit.
JT says, Julian, I try new combinations of profanity, my own brew. Very good. Julian says, Tiff, Mikey behaving was crossed out in the book of Revelations. The plague of locusts was deemed more believable. Well done, Julian.
Oh, I've done it again.
John says, I use New Yorker style profanity. Oh, very good.
Yes, it is.
JT says, they say people who swear use profanity are highly intelligent. I don't doubt about that. Don't doubt that about this group. Very smart people here. I used to be smart before my brain started turning to mush. Julian says, ditto JT, also adding to swear words helps. I've also replaced swearing with phrases that are less than helpful, etc. Yeah. Charlie says, US is too big for English. I've been raised by Sheffield accents, but never felt comfortable with their 1,000 accents. It's like a whole history book, US. Yeah.
That's why Australia's so good. There is no accent.
It's quite funny because even though, like here, we've got our village, then we've got the next village and a town, and then we've got another town all within 5 miles of each other. But all of them have different accents and different words that they use, so you can tell who's from, which town someone's from, even though they're all within 5 miles of each other.
Okay. So in typical end of stream fashion, this is where I've gone wrong today. So these parts here, these the cross members that support the engine,
yes,
have 2 little locating tabs on them. I have removed them thinking they were bits of flash. So
John,
there is no... Have you done the same?
Yeah.
I've done the same.
That's not the end of the world, though, is it, guys? Really?
No, it's not. But
I've done the same. Don't worry.
I have found that before in MiniArt. The pieces, like some of the things that the contact parts are so small and so subtle.
They look accidental.
You think they are, a bit of flash or whatever, and you remove them and find out, say, 7 steps later that, I needed that bit.
John, are you doing the transfer box off camera so next week we can start on step 8?
Well, I've got 10 minutes left, so I've got 10 minutes to whack the transfer case together. So I'll do that right now.
Okay.
2021.
May I request permission, Honourable Mikey, to do a little bit of an advert for my Friends of Models for Heroes channel?
Of course.
Yes, you can request that.
I
Denied.
decided that I will be doing my next live stream on a week Wednesday. So not this Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it will be Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
At about 2:00.
Cool.
And I will possibly have something to discuss.
Ooh.
Courtesy of me and my AI friends.
Ooh.
Nice. He's making friends with a chatbot.
Mm-hmm.
Joe says, living here in New Orleans with the wife's family, I now curse them in Spanish and they scream, "What are you saying?" Love it.
Oh, I love the Greek word malaka.
Please explain.
It rhymes with clanker.
Oh, very good.
I say Manuch.
Malaka is that my daughter used to say it when she was young. It's the only Greek word she knew at that time. Well, no, it was the first Greek word she learned.
Yeah. I like Manuch. That's a good word.
Jim says, when I saw Black Sabbath, Ozzy was cussing like a sailor. Funny thing, Mikey, his pattern of swearing sounded no different than anyone else I've heard.
Yeah, but that's Ozzy. It's Brummy accent, isn't it? It sounds friendly all the time.
Yeah. Where's me?
Julian says, when things F up, I sometimes call it a suboptimal outcome. Yeah. John says, Julian, there is a sense of class the British have. Very polished people, even when they swear. Yeah. It does sound different.
You want to be down the East End on a Friday afternoon.
GM says, I did switch the gear back on. A certain woman ran to the stage front and started yelling while laughing at me. Oh, joy, silence is golden. Jim says, Joe, are the in-laws Cajun? Tips put the link up for Friends of Models for Heroes channel.
And I will do a thing that I forgot to do till the last minute.
You mean set up the stream?
Yeah, I'll do that.
You mean buy something from Temu?
No, we actually forgot to set up the stream until just before the stream.
Well, to be fair,
we love a good discussion. Go on.
In my defence, my plan was to get back from church at 1:00, and then I'd have an hour and a half to set it up. We didn't get back from church until considerably later due to something that went off in church, and it was all a bit of a rush. So, yeah, prior planning. I should have expected the intervention of God.
Joe says, because Tiff said she loves good discussion. Joe says, looking forward to it, Mr. Morris. AI, what the hell? Yeah. It's going to be an interesting chat. JT says, when I do the same, Julian, I ask myself, why did I pick this model? JT, Gary, I like scatter. My first Greek swear word. I learned Polish, Arabic, and German. Yeah. Julian says, why do foreign sportsmen women swear in English? Is that so people watching in their countries can't lip read?
I tell you what I was watching at the weekend. Was it this weekend or last weekend? I don't know. It was the golf. I was watching the golf on Sky Golf, and I haven't watched golf on Sky for many years, and I started watching it again. And I found, and it made me laugh, that the commentators were continually apologizing for what the cameras were picking up that the golf professionals were saying.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, years ago, I know they swear. I used to play golf, but it never seemed to be picked up.
Yeah, the microphones are a lot better now.
Yeah.
Joe says Cajuns, yes, with a bit of Spanish and French. There you go. Cool. And it's nearly the end of the channel because Joe says hello and good morning, afternoon.
You always manage to come in at the end. It's a gift, obviously.
Yeah. GM says you are correct, Mikey. Taylor only plays 2 open chords. Even Brian noticed that stood alongside her. Yeah, she does. She's not a particularly good guitarist.
Don't be dissing.
She's a particularly good entertainer. But moving on.
Julie says, reminds me of watching women's cricket. An Aussie batter once was knocked out and Curly said, F me. Yes, I know you're Aussie, speak English, John, sort of. There we go. I think we might actually get this transfer box done in time.
Well, yes, I've got one more piece to go after this.
Yeah. Well, I've got the top and I've got the disc at the front.
Thing at the front.
Yeah. There it is. 20. John says, thanks guys for getting me ready for the day. If you hear profanity in space when I build, that's probably me.
Enjoy the rest of your day, John.
June says, happy Thursday, Dorkosaurus. It's cool that we're sort of keeping up with each other as well.
Yeah, it is. So that's, transfer case complete.
Yeah.
Only 5 pieces, so that didn't take long at all.
Julie says, great stream, all. Congrats on keeping them in check, Tiff.
Yeah, she does a fantastic job.
She does. Go on, Gary, read the comments, mate.
GM says, Korean swear words, anyone? Dorkosaurus says, hi, Julian. And we've caught up.
Yeah.
So there we are. So in the last stream, of course, we, Mikey and myself, built up our little engines. And yeah, managed to get the chassis together. How many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus a transfer case, which will go in the center somewhere. And it's starting to come together. Like, once the engine was complete, then it doesn't take long to get some progress happening. So next week, I believe the engine will go onto the chassis, drive belt, cooling fan, rear suspension. Moving on, actually, lots of chassis parts go on next week.
Yeah.
Coming together.
38. Yes. Will they do it? It's 1 minute to go.
I've had an enjoyable evening.
Yeah. Shit.
Tomorrow, John has the joys of installing his 55-inch Sony Bravia.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a bit of electrical work before. We're going to put a new PowerPoint in and stuff like. Fortunately, I'm an electrician, so I could do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't put the plug in upside down, will you?
You bastard.
You just know he's going to come back and say he is. He's done that.
There we go. We are at the 2-hour mark. So
and we've finished the transfer box.
Well done, chaps.
And the ladder chassis. Well, that was good.
That's good. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
G'day. Thanks everyone for joining us, taking part in the conversation and everything. It's always good.
Yeah. And well, carry on, Mikey. You're in charge.
Yeah. Charlie says, I've been swearing Korean only once when my university required to take English tests as mandatory, like it's only language I know fluently, bud. Yeah. We start the SAS Jeep on Thursday, don't we?
Yeah, two new builds starting this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, the SAS Jeep on Thursday and the Jag Panther on Friday. And I do need to sort my 3D printer out because I need to print off some bits to send to Mikey. I do believe Timmy has. I don't know whether I should say this, but I'm going to anyway. So if he disses me, he disses me. Timmy's got the same files, and I believe he's printing some off for you, John.
Oh, lovely.
I believe so.
From what I remember.
If he wasn't, he is now.
Gino says, nice work, everyone. See you guys later. See you later, buddy.
Work, Gino. Thanks for joining us.
Gino says, given Aussie plugs are 2-pinned upside down is at least possible. 3-pin UK plugs require more ingenuity and stupidity. Yes. And take care, Gino. All right, still got 21 people watching. Don't forget to subscribe and be back Thursday, 12 o'clock for the SAS Jeep. Hulval for now.